By the end of this video, I can almost full-heartedly guarantee that you will actually be able to conquer your mind. And I know that's quite a hot take, knowing that your mind is basically the captain of your whole entire life, the master of your fate. But I've read countless neuroscience books, psychology books, watched hours of YouTube understanding the brain, and honestly, I didn't really need to, because I've had a basic understanding for quite some time. And this understanding is really all that you need to really get your life where you want it. Because your life, to get where you want your life to go, it starts with getting your brain in a controlled state. So, without further ado, let's fucking get into it, because I'm about to save you years of your life scouring the internet and books for the information that you really need to just discipline your fucking mind. So drop a like on this video and always come back to this video, because I'm telling you, this is all you need. And if you are looking elsewhere other than this video, you are just coping, looking for something outside of yourself, when really it's all within you, and you're looking for a magic pill when it really all comes down to you and your relationship with yourself. So by the end of this video, you will be one step closer to understanding yourself and mastering your brain. So let's get into it. Firstly, what you need to do is monitor your distractions. If you can't monitor your distractions, you are basically a lost cause. In today's world, we are designed to be customers, right? We are designed to be bots. We are designed to consume. In a world where everything is free, what are you paying with if it's all free? You are the customer. They are getting you. You are the product. Because you go on Instagram, you go on Snapchat, you go on TikTok, you go on Twitter, but it's free. How do they make it so it's free for everybody? It's because they're harvesting your data, brother. It's a competition for your life. They are competing for every second of your existence. Oh, you get bored on Instagram, go over to TikTok. Get bored on TikTok, go over to Twitter. And they're trying to make it so you stay stimulated on their apps as long as you possibly can. So we're essentially experiencing something that we've never experienced in mankind that we know of, which is a battle for our presence. Everything is fighting for our attention. And you need to be grounded. You need to be centered and discipline yourself, and not give these multi-billion-dollar companies your data over and over and over again, and let them take control over your life. So it starts with disciplining yourself. Stop consuming so fucking much whenever you get bored picking up your phone. And the reason why you're bored is because we live in such a dopamine maxed out world where everything is centered around the dopamine and the pleasure you get, that you can't enjoy the actual pleasures of life, like sitting down with your loved one, smoking a cigar, and having a nice dinner, because your brain is wired to crave more dopamine. So fucking understand your impulses, your compulsive disorder, essentially, because that's what we all have. It doesn't feel like that, but we all have an over-compulsive disorder when it comes to pulling out your phone. Pulling out your phone, get stimulated, distract me, Snapchat. Oh. The first step towards disciplining your brain and conquering your mind is limiting your distractions. Set screen time limits. Put your phone in another fucking room. Do not fall down the slippery slope of consumption, or your day is ruined immediately. I have a screen time limit of 3 hours a day, and my job is on my phone. And a lot of the times I don't get past that 3 hour a day limit, but when I do, it's just a subtle reminder like, hey bro, you've been on your phone a lot today. And I'd like to have an understanding of where my time is going, where my energy is going, because where your time is going, your energy is going there as well. So secondly, after you discipline your thoughts, or after you discipline your impulsive pull out the phone, you need to practice mindfulness. So now that you are able to discipline yourself with your compulsions, you need to practice mindfulness, essentially. And the greatest Stoics of all time are known for preaching this. Preaching that you must master your emotions. You must not identify with every single thought that you have. So let me basically explain to you how the brain works, and how a bad mood is essentially undisciplined thoughts. So let's say you're on your way home from the gym and you have one bad thought. Your subconscious brain is going to auto-suggest a thought that matches the frequency of the thought that you just thought. I know I'm saying a lot right now. So you have a thought. Every thought that you have produces a feeling. And if you don't become mindful of the feeling that you get when you think a thought, your brain is subconsciously going to auto-suggest a thought of the same feeling. So say you think, oh, I don't like my body, or, oh, I'll never succeed. And you agree with that thought. You aren't mindful. You don't monitor that thought. Your brain is going to give you another thought. that matches that vibration to send you down the slippery slope. So now you're getting a nudge down this like ski slope of negative thinking. So hypothetically, let's say you don't monitor that thought. 20 minutes later go by, you're in a bad mood. Bad mood is just undisciplined thinking. So you have to be able to practice that emotional intelligence and monitor when that first initial bad thought comes into your consciousness. Because if you can't monitor that thought, your whole life is going to be on autopilot and you are just going to be a slave to your mind. Rather than using your brain for what it's for, one of the greatest tools to ever be conceived on this planet, you are going to be a slave to it. And if you don't master it, your brain will have no problem making you a slave to negative thinking. I was once depressed when I was at high school, and I was a slave to my mind. I'll admit it. I was looking for answers outside of me. I was looking for a magic pill. Someone come help me. I went to therapy. No one can help you but yourself. No one will help you master your fate like yourself. You can look outside yourself. You can watch every video on the planet. You can watch as much YouTube as you want. But you will never find someone that cares about your brain health like yourself. So it comes down to you essentially telling yourself, I am done creating suffering for myself. So now that you have disciplined your impulses to scroll, to be distracted, you have implemented your emotional intelligence and your mindfulness, what comes next is your lifestyle choices. What are you doing intentionally every single day to make your life better? And I know you watch countless self-improvement YouTubers. You think you're being productive when you're watching these types of videos. You think, oh, I'm going to learn something. Dude, I've watched a lot of fucking videos, and I feel like it's just all regurgitated information. So I try to be different and tell you guys shit that you can implement immediately into your life and not just try to get you to watch a video for a long time. What are you doing in your day-to-day to implement healthy lifestyle choices? Are you doing it consistently, or are you only doing it when you feel like it? And this is another huge part, is disciplining yourself. So you have to discipline yourself, create a routine of things that are hard so that you can actually enjoy the pleasures of your life. Because when everything is pleasure, it all becomes pain. So you need to go to the gym and work out hard. You need to go into the sauna and stay in 10 extra minutes than you wanted to. Do cold plunges. Work longer than you said you were going to. When you do the hard shit, the fun shit becomes more fun and the easy shit becomes more pleasurable. Hedonism is the term used for basically the world that we live in, where we're trying to reduce pain and increase pleasure. Your life needs to be the exact opposite. You need to decrease pleasure, increase pain to actually live a fruitful and enjoyable life. And I know it doesn't make much sense, but that's how it fucking works. So you need to discipline yourself. You need to do shit when you don't feel like doing it, because in those moments where you don't feel like doing it, when your bed is extra warm and you don't want to get out because it's cold and it's 6 a.m. and you know you have to get up, that right there is where a winner is made. That right there will show you, have you conquered your mind or not? Are you still a slave to your mind? If you really want to know if you've conquered your mind, set an alarm for 4:30 in the morning and go work out. If you have conquered your mind and controlled your impulses, you will be able to get up past that 4:30 alarm with no problem, because you are the captain now. You aren't running your life on subconscious autopilot, doing whatever feels pleasurable in that moment. You are the actual captain of your fate, the captain of your destiny. So now that you have disciplined yourself, now that you have the mindfulness, the emotional intelligence, and you're able to limit your distractions, what comes next? Being able to map out what steps you actually need to take to live a purposeful life. So many people don't live a life that they want to live because they don't know what kind of life they want to live. If you don't take the time to sit down and get clarity over what you need to do, you're going to wake up every day purposeless and bored. Boredom is literally just purposelessness. Boredom is you not knowing what steps to take. It literally is as simple as getting this clarity that will put you in the 1%. So many people are lost and stuck in their life because they don't give themselves the time to sit there and figure out what they want to do. They accept society and the government and the school system to take them on a nice, smooth ride to enjoy life. That is how you set yourself up to get fucked. If you don't want to get fucked, you need to take responsibility for your own fate. I mean, I could have easily just gone through college and ended up getting a corporate job, making someone else's business a lot of money because I have the capabilities to grow a business when I'm determined to do so. So do you. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but because you are reliant on people, the government, society, school, to take care of it matters for you, and your parents to take care of matters for you, you are life's bitch because you haven't taken the time to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? You just expect things to come to you naturally. So, Alex, how can I get this clarity? How do I do this? Literally just give yourself the time to, bro. I mean, when was the last time you intentionally decided to give yourself time to figure out my next 5 moves? You probably haven't ever. Very few people have ever done that. That's exactly why I created Clarify, the software, to help you guys get this clarity that you need in order to get to the next level. I've used the power of AI to help you understand yourself on a deeper level. It's designed to pull those answers that you have within you out of you, but they're all being clouded by your distractions and your inability to focus, your inability to discipline yourself. So Clarify will bring those answers out of you that are already within you, but you have no idea how to access. They will pull it out of it. Clarify will get those answers out of you. So if you implement limiting your distractions, practicing mindfulness, practicing emotional intelligence, implementing healthy lifestyle choices, and getting clarity over your life, and you do this consistently, not being a bitch and succumbing to your boredom, you will master your fate. You will control your destiny. So with that being said, you can get Clarify in the description below. But I would love to know if you guys like my less edited videos, my no edited videos, or my heavily edited videos more. I would love to see your guys' feedback in the comments below. But that does it for this video. I know you guys have the capability to master your brain, conquer your brain, but you need to seriously implement these things. Much love, and I'll see you in the next video.